brought to you in living color on NBC.
And now, here's Johnny! Thank you very much, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. That is very kind of you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I love you too. We are around the studio so emotionally high from last night's show. We have not come down yet, and I want to thank Robin Williams and Bette Midler for last night for giving us a next to closing show. They were absolutely sensational. This show tonight is our farewell show. It's going to be a little bit quieter. It's not going to be a performance show. And one of the questions that people have asked me, especially last month, is what's it like doing the Tonight Show, and what has it meant to me? Well, let me try to explain it. If I could magically, somehow, that tape you just saw, make it run backwards, I'd like to do the whole thing all over again. It has been just a hell of a lot of fun. As an entertainer, it's been a great experience in my life, and I cannot imagine finding something after I leave tonight in television that would give me as much joy and pleasure and a sense of exhilaration as this show has given me. It's just very hard to explain. Now, we don't want the show to be mawkish. This is it's a farewell show. There's a certain sadness among the staff here, a little melancholy. But look on the bright side. You won't have to read or see one more story about my leaving this show. I mean, the press coverage has been absolutely tremendous, and we are very grateful. But, my God, I mean, the Soviet Union's didn't get this kind of publicity. The press has been very decent and honest with me, and I thank them for that, and that's about it. The greatest accolade, though, I think I received today. GE named me Employee of the Month. And God knows that was a dream come true. I don't like saying goodbye. Farewell shows are a little awkward, and I really thought about this, no joke. I thought, God, wouldn't it be funny, I thought. Instead of showing up tonight, put on a rerun. NBC did not find that funny at all. Next question I get is, what are you going to do? Well, I really had not made any plans, but the events of this last week have helped me make a decision. I'm going to join the cast of Murphy Brown and become a surrogate father to that kid. I think that is the least I can do for wholesome family values. Now, during the run of the show, there have been 7 different United States presidents. And thankfully, for comedy, there have been 8 vice presidents of the United States. Now, I know I've made a lot of jokes at the expense of Dan Quayle, but I really want to thank him tonight for making my final week so fruitful. Here is an interesting statistic that may stun you. When we started the show October 1, 1962, the total population of the Earth was 3,100,000,000 people. This summer, it is 5,500,000,000 people, which is a net increase of 2,400,000,000 people, which should give us some cause. More amazing statistic is that half of those 2,400,000,000 people will soon have their own late-night TV show. Now, originally NBC came and says, you know what we'd like you to do in the final show? We'd like to do a 2-hour primetime special with a lot of celebrities and a star-studded audience. And I said, well, I'd really prefer to end like we started, rather quietly, in our same time slot, in front of our same shabby little set. It is rather shabby. We offered it to a homeless shelter, and they said, no, thank you. I am taking the applause sign home, putting it in the bedroom. Maybe once a week, just turn it on. But we do have a VPI audience, a VPI audience? We should have had that, too. What we did, I asked the members of the staff and the crew to invite their family relatives, their friends to come tonight, and they did. We've had some other invited guests. My family is here tonight, my wife, Alex, my 2 sons, Chris and Corey, my brother Dick, my sister Catherine, and a sprinkling of nephews and nieces. And I realize that being an offspring of somebody who is constantly in the public eye is not easy. So, guys, I want you to know I love you, and I hope your old man hasn't caused you too much discomfort. It would have been a perfect evening if their brother Rick could have been here with us. But I guess life does what it's supposed to do, and you accept it and go on. Now, about tonight's show. This is really not a performance show. This is kind of a look back, a retrospective. We're going to show you some moments in time, some images of the many people, and there have been some 23,000 people. We're going to show you a little excerpt of the way this show is put together, so go get some more cheese dip. We'll be back in just a moment. Thank you for coming. Okay, we're back. Now, what we're going to show you, as I mentioned, over the past 30 years, we have had some 24,000 guests on this show from every profession, actors, comedians, singers, dancers, politicians, writers, and so forth. What we have tonight are just little images. We picked these things out just to show you. These are not long sketches like we do on our anniversary show. We just wanted to give you a sense of some of the foolishness that has happened on this show in the past 30 years.
Well, first, let me tell you your assets. You're young, 42, right?
Right.
You come over on television like gangbusters. And boy, I'm the expert on how important that is.
You're not going to lend me your makeup man, are you?
No, I'm going to lend him to Lyndon Johnson.
I'm so delighted to see you because I ride up and down in my building every day in the elevator, and I see a man that says he's Johnny Carson. So it's great to see you finally.
It's not really...
In addition to that, who are you? Which is even more important.
Carol Andreessen.
You're Joanne who?
Carol Andreessen.
Carol Andreessen. You're 2 different girls?
Yes.
Say the secret word and Grouch will come to your house. I see. My dressing room isn't good enough for her.
See a doctor. I've got to see a doctor because there's something wrong with me. What can it be? What can it be?
Oh, you go right ahead there, do your impressions, don't be nervous.
I worked 30 years as faithful sidekick for Kemosabe. Hunt, fish, make food, sew clothes, sweep up, stay awake all night, listen for enemies for Kemosabe, risk life for Kemosabe. 30 lousy years.
9 fights in the Navy.
Is that right? Well, you must have been pretty good because I don't see no marks on you or nothing.
Well, I don't see many marks on you either.
Well, I am pretty good.
Yeah.
Is this water you're having?
No, that's wine.
I thought you never drank. We've been out together. You hardly ever have.
I hate all liquor and I hate wine. But I don't know. I think I was a little bit nervous. And I thought wine would fix me up. You know, I'm always so nervous. Right now, I'm a wreck.
It's very reassuring in a way to know that all these fans are so interested in film personalities that they would like to come, you know, and even just look at your house and your shrubs. It sometimes is rather embarrassing. But,
I'd love to see your shrubs. Have you ever had anybody? I know you. I'm sorry for that. Any opening at all, I jump right in.
Uh-oh.
Now, wait a minute. Now, wait. Now, look, that's really...
Lake Baringo is a body of water. Its surface is smooth as glass. But getting to Lake Baringo is a genuine pain in the ass.
Well, I hugged you a little higher, but I'll hug her.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
What?
which,
Are you
are you
forgetting?
right-handed?
Uh-huh.
Doesn't matter, but so they will
Where-
see.
uh-huh.
Now, you take your knuckle, and you hit it, stop right there. Just not in a hurry.
Oh, my God. I'm okay now. I'm out here. Mama, I'm on TV. For my friends in San Francisco, how are you? Hey, 999. That should wake them up.
That's a laid-back place up there.
I never could stand my face, of course. It was just one of those things. No, truthfully, never could stand my face. Directors kept me out of rushes because I'd be so depressed for days.
What didn't you like about your face?
I thought it was hideous. I couldn't stand it. Well, now I'm a great many years older, and I see some of those films, and I don't think there's any question I was the best-looking woman.
John, from the bottom of my heart, deep inside my body, not Tammy Grimes.
You were clear in that.
John. To say it to the king, I told you, the silver fox sitting here, John, you look marvelous. Does he not? Look at that. I'm crazy
You're going out on tour for, what, 3?
3 months.
Excuse me, there's something flying around here.
Must be that mousse that you put in your hair.
What? You guys never had any girlfriends in there at all, did you? Huh? You were 4 grown men in that. You never had any girlfriends. You're out on that ranch all by yourself. I'm not intimating.
A lot of rumors about that. There were a lot of rumors about the Cartwrights being homosexual. There were a great deal.
I didn't mean that. I wasn't.
And I am here to set the record straight. We were not. Thank God Hop Singh was. But,
I'll set him up. You do the fabric.
I got to ask you something.
Sure.
Last night, my son, you were talking about Zsa Zsa Gabor earlier.
Yeah,
and
everybody's talking about it.
My son said, she was on Johnny Carson's show one time. She came there with a cat on her lap, and she said to you, "Do you want to pet my pussy?" And my son said that you said, "I'd love to if you'd remove that damn cat." Is it true?
No, I think I would recall that. The fellow you're fighting is, I'm not familiar with. What's his name?
Allison Rodriguez.
Now, is he a good fighter?
I hope not.
Are you going to be staying out here long, or just...
I'm leaving tonight. I got to drop the audition tape off over at CBS, and then I'm going.
You feel you're easy to live
Well,
with?
I'm a Pisces, and we're very sensitive.
Yeah, what does that mean now? I was married to a Pisces once.
I'm sure you were.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for the memory. Sunburns at the shore, nights in Singapore. You might have had a headache, but you never were a bore. So thank you so much.
We'll be back in a moment with some marvelous musical memories. Stay where you are. Okay, now we've got some... Music has been an integral part of the show, and over the years we have had everything from heavy metal to classical, rock and roll to opera, country music. And what's amazing that all these people, we are so in their debt, they come here, and we don't pay a great deal of money on this show. And all of these artists have showed up year after year on this program, so settle back. And we were rather stunned by the depth of field in the music. Watch.
Please stay with me till after the holidays. That's when I need you so.
Hello, darling. Darling.
Now, Billy Joe McAllister's jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge.
Oh, sweet green ice flowing down.
This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the age of Georgia named, Georgia named, sweet Georgia Brown. And the Tony doesn't even really he's the boogie woogie bugle boy from Louisiana. Walk on by, walk on by.
Mr. Bojangles, the man could dance. It seems we stood and talked like this once before.
You'll be swell, you'll be great. Gonna have the whole world on a plate. I'll be with him.
I know you will.
Ooh, on that midnight train to Georgia.
Even on the midnight train to Georgia.
To the dynamite attraction, at the door we're gonna shake on the line. Yeah,
Baby love, my baby love, I need you, oh how I need you.
When Joanna loved me, every sound was music.
Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather.
someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong, the man I love. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind.
And gonna make my brown eyes, gonna
and I'm going to Graceland. Hold them up, never do let them fall. Pray to the dust and the rust and the ruin that names us, claims us, and shames us all. So I've got them praying in love they sing. From the lost and found. I said, Lord, take me downtown. I've been looking for some touch.
Want to look back? What an amazing run of talent. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
Oh, Dave's going to answer all your questions with viewer mail. Plus Michael J. Fox and the dude of the 90s, Pauly Shore. Only on NBC.
Last week, moviegoers paid $35 million to see him.
Since when did you start wearing underpants?
Now you can see him for free. Mel Gibson, Bird on the Wire, NBC Sunday.
People are watching.
We are back. Now, Doctor, my good friends, this show would have been almost impossible to do, and it sure has been a hell of a lot more fun to do it with these two guys. Ed has been a rock for 30 years sitting over here next to me, and Doctor, I got a letter, and we have been friends for 34 years. A lot of people who work together on television don't necessarily like each other. This hasn't been true. We've known each other 34 years. We have dinner together. We're good friends. You cannot fake that on television. And some of the best things we've done on the show have just been, you start something, I'll start something. I got a letter the other day from a guy. Came from Television Guide. And he says, now you're going to find out if Ed McMahon really thinks you're funny. With your big laugh.
I do.
But you're going on, you're going to do your Star Search?
Yes, and if you're ever lonely and need a place to exhibit something, come down and I'll help you.
No, thank you. It's
been wonderful. Really, I have to say something. It's just been a joy. I met you, we talked for 7 minutes. I just found out the other day there were 7 other people up for that job, and I got it. I thank you. My family thanks you forever. Thank you, sir.
And not only this man over here, there's never been a better trumpet player in the world, and television is going to lose the last big swing band in the world. And to say that this band is not hip is not to know the meaning of the word hip. Believe me, folks. The words young and hip are not synonymous. Doctor, what are you going to be doing? Concert?
Well, I'm going to be taking the guys out on a little tour. As you said, we may be called the X Tonight Show Band, so we had some jewelry made up. And get a load of that. Special stuff for us. But I'll be with the Phoenix Symphony Orchestra and the Buffalo Philharmonic. But before we leave here, I want to thank you, Johnny, for making life such a joy. And it's going to be awfully hard every night about that time when we hit that theme and you walk out there through that curtain. And I wondered if maybe once a week you could come into my house and walk out through the draperies in my living room.
I'll do that.
But the guys and I want to thank you for giving us a place to play our music.
Thank you, guys. Wonderful. Okay, now. Okay, I love you guys. You know that. We'll stay in touch. We'll stay in touch. Are we ready for our next little segment? Now, this was kind of strange to put together because I've told you we've had thousands and thousands of people, and we didn't select certain people for any reason, just to give you an idea of the dimension of the people who've been here. It is sad that the first 10 years of The Tonight Show are gone. We don't have the tapes. It would have been fun to show Jane Mansfield sitting with
Boris Karloff or Peter Lorre talking to Tallulah Bankhead or Bette Midler's first appearance, but unfortunately, those tapes are gone. You want to do this first? Of course. A dollar is always a dollar.
Nothing's changed.
That's right, and that never will. But we're coming back, sir. All right, this segment, thank you. This segment doesn't need any elaborate setup. These are just a few of the faces that have passed this way in 30 years. Severinsen and the band for that wonderful music underneath that strap door. Thank you, guys. We'll be back in a minute. Beautiful. You normally see myself and Ed and Doc out here in the band in front of the cameras, but like any television show, this has a lot of people, and I've had the good fortune of having a marvelous staff, and marvelous technical crew, and all behind-the-scenes people who have been very dedicated to the show and take great pride in it. And most of them have been here for a good number of years, so I thank all of them for making this possible. Now, we have never really let journalists come in and cover the show while we're putting it together. We always think the show should speak for itself, but what we did, we got a camera crew, and they went around, and they just took shots of an average day, what goes into putting the show that you see on the air. So here is our little backstage look at The Tonight Show.
Okay, here's the rundown for tonight. Monologue, of course. Then Johnny does his last tea time movie, and Teresa Ganzel is with that. After the commercial, Stevie Wonder, 2 songs. We close with Stephen Wright's stand-up to panel, and then do a promo for tomorrow night's show. And if you don't have any more questions, that's it for today.
Tonight Show.
Take it out, Mike.
Stevie Wonder is here, and Clint Eastwood is confirmed for the 15th.
That's good.
They know.
Thank you very much.
Top, one more time, it'll be straight. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Model of blue, there came to me a question. Kind of till you answer, won't let you be. Question was if I was blessed with the gift of sight. What most of life would I want to see?
Good evening, Jeffrey.
All right, sir.
Get warm again. That's great, huh? Wonderful.
The studio holds 465 people, and we'll fill up every last seat. So if there's room, we will get you a seat.
Endless amount of mail Mr. Carson receives. Probably 10,000 pieces a week.
Alex didn't talk to you about this, did she?
Hello there, feature film freaks. Art Fern here with today's feature film.
That's it. That's a monologue. It's officially monologue.
All right, let's get it to Johnny. Best seat in the house, I think, really.
It's about 5 minutes till 5. We'll do the show at 5:30, and we'll do it in real time.
Beauty time.
Basically, this is what John sees as he sits here at the desk.
Is that Stevie?
Yeah.
Well, he's doing my favorite song. I'll be seeing you.
I'll be seeing you, right?
Good evening, and welcome to The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. My name is Jeff Sotzing. I'm one of the many producers of this show.
It would show up.
We got a minute.
We're back by a minute. It's coming here.
Minutes going, don't rush.
Have we got time?
30 seconds standby playback.
Well, so what? Next time.
Okay, 30 seconds, John.
Oh, my God, I'm late.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Music tape.
From
Carson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
You folks are here on a great night. Mighty Carson Art Players with Teresa Ganzel and the final appearance of Art Fern in our Tea Time movie.
Hello, friends.
Thank you, Doc Severinsen, the great NBC Orchestra. Right now, it's time for a visit with one of the mainstays of daytime television. Making his last appearance on The Tonight Show, your friend and his lovable Art Fern.
Hello there, feature film freaks. Art Fern here with today's feature film. Woody Harrelson, Woody Allen, Woody Guthrie, Woody Woodpecker, Woody Herman, Herman Munster, and Dumpo, the Wonder Pigeon, in Heidi Suffers an Estrogen Avalanche.
I'll be seeing you in all your familiar places. This heart of mine embraces all the way through.
Thank you, Phil. You know, if I had realized the staff worked that hard, I'd have given them a raise. Not! We'll be back in a moment. And so it has come to this. I am one of the lucky people in the world. I found something I always wanted to do, and I have enjoyed every single minute of it. I want to thank the gentleman who shared this stage with me for 30 years, Mr. Ed McMahon, Mr. Doc Severinsen, and you people watching. I can only tell you that it has been an honor and a privilege to come into your homes all these years and entertain you. And I hope when I find something that I want to do and I think you will like and come back, that you'll be as gracious in inviting me into your home as you have been. I bid you a very heartfelt good night.
tasting sauces. Today, this time-honored tradition continues with